Hello everyone. My voice is audible and my screen is visible. Please check. If not, please pin on Vikram's on presentation. You'll find it uh, in the list. Okay. So tell me one thing: whether the rack lecture is over or it is going on. Whether my voice is audible to everyone, and can you see my screen, my presentation? Please check. If not, please search Vikram's on presentation in the list and please pin on that particular presentation. We'll wait for 1 minute. I think so. Some time required to join the student. Can we start? So in the last lecture, we have started aggregate planning. Okay. So one can say that this particular aggregate planning is a intermediate decision. So intermediate decision means what? One can plan for some months or up to 1 year. So that is nothing but intermediate decision. For that particular aggregate planning, we are considering that two variables. First one is nothing but quantity and the time. Second one is the time during that particular quantity we are receiving, okay, from the production system. So, and we can say that during that particular time period, whatever the facilities available to produce the things, that all the facilities are constant, okay, and the demand for or the fluctuation demand of a market achieved by varying the two variables, okay, by changing the two variables. That is nothing but what? First one is the labor force, and second one is nothing but the inventory, okay. Now why we are doing this particular variation in labor and inventory? So we want to reduce, or the company or the firm want to reduce the cost of production, okay, so that the profit will increase, okay. That is the objective, to vary the labors and to vary the inventory, okay. Then we have seen the strategies, aggregate planning strategies. So this particular aggregate planning strategy is nothing but what? The policy of the firm, okay. So policy to accommodate the fluctuation of a demand, and this particular accommodation of a fluctuation should be considered for different variables of a production system, okay. Now which are these particular variables? for the production system. So labor, material, and capitals. Okay, capital is nothing but what? The machinery, uh, the the land. These are nothing but etc. We can say that these are nothing but the capital. Okay, we come to know that the more labor force is required to produce, the more volume, and someone can accommodate this particular thing or this particular variable by changing the time duration. Okay, by changing the time duration of a working. Okay, so in case of a high load, we have to provide the overtime, or we can assign the overtime to the workers. And in case of a regular load or in case of a low load, the standard time for the working will be provided to the worker. And we know that to produce more number of goods, we required more number of raw material, or more quantity or more volume of a raw material. So to regulate this particular output, we have to regulate the inventory also, and we have to regulate the raw input also. Okay, so we can say that these are the variables we have to consider while uh, forming the policies related to the aggregate planning. While forming the policies related to the aggregate planning, that is nothing but what? Aggregate planning strategies. Now, what are the alternative variables available with the firm? That is nothing but inventories, back ordering, and subcontracting. These are the alternative variables for the for any firm to do the planning. Okay, to do the planning. So how this particular planning or the strategies are implemented in the firm? That is nothing but by varying the size of a workforce. Okay, vary the hours of working, then vary inventory level and subcontracting. Okay, so strategies are related to these particular points. Okay, to accommodate the fluctuation load. Okay, first one is to vary the size of a workforce. Second one is to vary the hours of working, then vary the inventory level and vary the subcontracting. Okay, so by considering this particular controllable variables, all these variables are considered to be controllable variables. So one can accommodate the fluctuation in demand and uncertainties during the production activity. Okay, one can accommodate, or the company can accommodate the fluctuation of demand and the uncertainties during the production system. Okay, everybody getting this particular point? Aggregate planning. Then we have seen the some guidelines related to the aggregate planning, and the aggregate planning guidelines suggested that the first one is nothing but determine corporate policy regarding the controllable variables. Then second one is use a good forecast as a basis of planning. Then third one is plan a proper units of capacity. Then fourth one is a maintain the stable workforce. Fifth one is a maintain needed control over the inventories. Sixth one, maintain flexibility to change. Then seventh one, respond to demand in a controlled manner. And eighth one is a evaluate planning on a regular basis. Okay, so these are the guidelines provided. Miss, it is mentioned in a production management for the aggregate planning. Okay, so this guideline should be followed, or need to follow to do proper aggregate planning. Okay, so this particular aggregate planning can be done by three methods. Okay, or there are n number of methods, but three methods are mentioned over here: linear programming approach, then linear decision rules, then computer search technique, or simulation models. Okay, so such kinds of techniques are used to perform the aggregate planning. So here we need not to go for the problems or in details related to this particular techniques, but here we have to remember that such techniques are there to perform the aggregate planning or to evaluate the aggregate planning. Okay, so just note down the techniques. Okay, getting everyone what is meant by aggregate planning and the strategies related to the aggregate planning. Is there any question, any doubt? Please ask if you have any question. So we will move to our next point. That is nothing but investment decision. Please note down the point. Next point is investment decision. Investment decisions. Now, these investment decisions are related to the production system or any production planning. Okay. So first of all, we will concentrate on an investment. What is meant by investment? So one can say that investment means purchase of a things or assets for the profit. Okay. So we know that common people are investing their money to purchase the lands, vehicles, shops, buildings, or a jewelry. So what is the ultimate goal for the purchase of these particular things? Lands, one can say that lands, vehicles, shops, buildings, jewelries. One can say that the final ultimate goal of such an investment to earn profit. Okay, so uh, someone want to secure their future. Okay, so one stage of life, uh, the people want to secure their future and want to invest some money, so that particular money or that particular investment will helpful in a critical situation in the future. Okay, so for that purpose, the common people always make the investment in lands, vehicles, or we can say that shops, buildings, and jewelries. Okay, or in a stock market, or in case of a share market also. So, but in case of firms or industry, the investment is done for land, labor, machinery to get a benefit in a future. Okay, so in case of industries or in case of uh, firms, this particular investment is related to what? The labors, the machinery, land. Okay, so what is the ultimate goal of this particular firm or industries? So ultimate goal is nothing but to receive the stream of benefits in a future. Okay, to receive extra benefit from that particular investment in the future. That is the ultimate goal for the investment for the firms. Okay, so if we are considering the time period in which the firm will get benefited more than 1 year. Okay, so benefit are occurred longer than 1 year. That is nothing but what? So that particular firm will benefited more than 1 year. It is called as an investment. Okay, so that particular purchase or that particular thing, act, that particular act, one can say that that is nothing but a investment. And money spent on this particular assets is known as a expenditure. The money, we can say that spent on this particular investment is nothing but a expenditure. Getting my point? What is meant by investment and what is meant by expenditure? Okay, so investment is nothing but what? Purchase of things or assets for the profit. Normal peoples are doing this investment to secure their future or to get benefited or to get some profit in a future. Okay, in case of industries, this investment is in case in the form of a land, labor, or machinery. Okay, and for which purchase or for which act one can say that investment. So uh, the act in which we can say that the firm or the industry will get the benefit for more than 1 year, such a act or such a purchase is called as a investment, and money spent on such an investment is called as a expenditure. The money spent on such a act or such a purchase is called as a expenditure. Getting everyone what is meant by investment? Okay, so please note down some points on this particular slide. I will give 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. If you have any question, you can ask. Investment decision. Please note down. Shall we move ahead? The next point. Okay. Everyone with me? Shall we move ahead? Okay. So next is nothing but a capital investment. Okay. Now the investment decision and the capital budgeting or capital investment. These words are, one cannot separate these two particular words. Okay. So capital budget in a financial management, or we can say that in a business world, these two particular words, that is nothing but capital budgeting and the investment decision, these are combinedly comes together, or they are having the same meaning in a financial management. So this capital investment means what? So capital investment is one kind of a real asset for a industries. Okay. So asset in the form of a building, then plant machinery, or we can say that raw material or a labor force. Okay. And the things like, or the things or the uh, acts which are included in this particular category. Okay. All such a things, one can say that the capital. Okay. One can say that the capital. So this particular capital is nothing but a real asset for any company. Okay. So the asset is nothing but what? The required thing to produce or uh, to get a benefit from something. Okay. So we'll get the benefit from the machineries, we'll get the benefit from the labor force, we'll get the benefit, or the company will get the benefit from the land. Okay. And this particular investment to purchase these particular things, okay, is nothing but what? Capital investment. Okay. To purchase the capital assets, whatever the investment is done, that particular investment is nothing but what? The capital investment. Okay. So the capital investment is nothing but what? The purchase of a building, plant and machinery and raw material and so on and so forth, where the investment refer to such a real assets. So these assets are nothing but a tangible assets which we can see and we can feel. Okay. So and this will benefit for long time for the company. Okay. So the purchase of such a asset will benefited for long time for the company. Okay. Getting what is meant by capital investment? Okay. So capital investment will not differ from the investment decision. So this will having the same meaning only. Okay. But one can say that this particular capital investment is related to the purchase of real asset. Okay. Purchase of a real asset. Real asset will be in any shape. Okay. Such like buildings, plant, machinery, raw materials, and so on and so forth. So whereas the investment refers to any such a real asset will be considered as a capital investment. Okay. Will be considered as a capital investment. Get it? What is meant by capital investment, everyone? Is there any question? Please discuss. If you have any question or no question, then please note down the point related to the capital investment. Shall we move ahead to next point? Have you noted? Shall we move ahead? Please mention in comment box whether you required more time or shall we move ahead. Okay. Okay. Aftab. Okay. There is no hurry. Okay. So if you have any doubt related to the points, please ask. You can unmute and you can ask or you can mention your question in the chat box. I will try to answer. I will try to satisfy your query. Okay. Okay. So I will move to next point. Now, in other words, the investment decisions are concerned with the question whether adding to capital asset today will increase the revenue of tomorrow to cover cost. Thus, investment decision commitment of money, resources at different time in expansion of economical return in a future dates. Why we are doing? So the answer for this particular investment in a capital decision, capital investment is provided over here. Okay, why we are doing this particular capital investment? We required, we want to get some more benefit from that particular firm, or we want to cope up with the situation. In that case, uh, the industrialist or the proprietors want to invest in something. Okay, so this money whatever invested, that should be recovered during some time period. Okay, that should be recovered during that time period, and after that particular time period, after recovering all the money, the benefits should be there for the firm. Okay, so this is the question for the investor or for the industrialist, that whether we should invest in the capital asset or not. Okay, so this is the question for the industrialist to invest in something. Okay, so today's investment will be profit for the tomorrow. Today's investment will be profit for the tomorrow for the firm. Okay, and this particular profit will be a positive profit, or we can say that it will be appropriate profit for the firm or not. So this question will be arise before investing in new things or investing in a capitals like buildings, like machineries, like the labor force. Okay, and the decisions we have to take in this particular investment decision. Okay, the decisions we have to take related to this such kind of investment in investment decision or a capital budgeting or a capital investment. Okay, so this particular capital budgeting or capital investment will answer such kind of a questions like related to the profit, related to the recovery of money, and whether one have to make the investment or not. So such questions will be answered in the investment decision or in capital investment or in capital investment. Getting everyone? So what is the need of investment decision? The need of investment decision to attain long-term goals for a firm. We have mentioned already that is nothing but to survive or in the market, one how to perform this particular act of an investment. Okay, to survive in a future, one how to perform this act like an investment, or one want to increase the profit in the future, one want uh, to desire some higher growth than the present situation. In that case, one have to go for the investment. Then preserving shares of a particular market and retain leadership. One want to have a leader in that particular sector or in that particular product. Then the investment decision will play more important role. The investment decision plays more important role. Okay. Now we know the example of Nokia company. Okay, the Nokia company don't want to purchase the Android, okay, or that particular software, which will use for nowadays for the mobiles, okay, and because of such a decision, the company is in back foot nowadays, okay, and the share of market share, one can say that market shares captured by this particular Android system or the iOS system, which will be used for the Apple phones, okay. So one decision can collapse the company in the future. Okay, one decision can collapse the company in the future. Whereas the other companies, we can see that the Samsung company or the Apple company have their proper shares, or another Chinese company, Chinese product, have their proper shares, or the proper they have captured the proper market which is required for the growth of the company. Okay, so investment at a particular time is required for the growth or to survive in the market, or to survive in the market. Okay, so someone says that some of the motor vehicles, one can say, uh, uh, the Tata want to switch over the electric vehicles. Okay, so that is the investment decision for that particular industry. Okay, so firm want to accommodate the new features, or the firm want to enter in a new stream of that particular manufacturing. Okay, the stream of the electrical vehicle manufacturing, and company want to invest in that particular sector. Okay, so this will be the long term or the long time period investment decision, and the company want the profit from that particular investment. Okay, and obviously the situation oriented decisions always give you, or always provide the profit for the company. Okay, so such a kind of a decision should be taken at appropriate time period. Okay, what is required in the future, and what will be the demand in the future, and change the manufacturing system, or change the firm stream according to that particular direction, to cope up with the situation, so investment decision will helpful for the firm to survive in the industry, in that particular sector, or to survive in that particular field, and to increase the profit of the firm. So that will provide the growth for the for the firm, and also it will preserve the market share, and it will retain the leadership in a particular aspect of economic activity. Yes, the Tata Motors are the leaders in this particular field. Okay, field of car manufacturing. Okay, so one can say that the Bajaj is the leader of the two-wheeler manufacturing, or Hero Honda was the leader for the two-wheeler of manufacturing. Then Honda is the leader of the manufacturing of a special field. Okay, so everyone having their specialty, and they want to be a leader in that particular specialty. Okay, or in that particular field, and for that purpose they are investing in new technologies, or they want to purchase the new things, such like land, such like new machineries, such as new technologies, and they want to increase their profit, or the companies want to increase their profit. Okay, so so that they will achieve the next milestone of their firm, or they will achieve their desired goals. Okay, so this is the need of investment decision. Okay, Getting my point, everyone? Why investment decision is required? Is there any question related to this point? Whether you understood or not, please mention in the chat box. If not, you can ask a question, or you can note down this particular point. Need of investment decision. What is the need of investment decision? Getting everyone? Please mention in the chat box. Okay. Please note down the point. Need of investment decision. Okay, I will move to next point now. Now, what are the different categories of this particular investment decisions? Okay, so the purchase or the investment on that basis, or expenditure type on that basis, one can categorize the different types of investment. Okay, so inventory investment. So inventory investment is nothing but the stocking the finished goods to avoid the uncertainties in the market. Okay, so stocking is required for the firm, and the appropriate investment should be done in the inventory so that the market fluctuation can be accommodated through that particular inventory. So the production of goods is one kind of a investment only. Okay, so this investment is a controlled manner investment, because we should have, or the company is always having the control on the inventory. Okay, so inventory is nothing but what, the stocking of the product to cope up with the market situation, when the peak load will be there or the peak demand will be there, so that this particular inventory will helpful to accommodate that particular demand, or to satisfy the customer needs. Okay, so the company always prefer to stock the finished good. Okay, and or to hold the appropriate inventory at their firm end or the industry end. Okay, so inventory investment, holding of stocks of materials, is unavoidable for the smooth running of a business. The expenditure on stocks comes in the category of a investment. Okay, so this particular stocks is in the form of a raw material also, and it will be in the form of a finished goods also. So raw material inventory is required to run the business smoothly, or to run the production system smoothly without interruption. Okay, so obviously if the material will not be there, then production system, there is no use of a production system, or there is no use of your capital investment. So we have to invest on a raw material also. Okay, and so that the production will run smoothly, and after running this production system, the finished goods will be produced through that particular production system. And once the finished goods will produce, then it should be stocked one properly. It should be stocked. Why it is why stocking is required? Because the demand is always fluctuating in the market, and this particular demand, sometimes it will reach to the peak point, and sometimes it will be reached to the lowest point also. So this fluctuation uh, uh, will not be accommodated on the spot by the production system. Okay, or there is very less time to accommodate this particular fluctuation or to satisfy the customer. So in that case, this particular stocked up finished goods will helpful to accommodate this particular fluctuation. So inventory investment is a need for the industry. Okay, it is the need for the industry. Then next one category for the investment is nothing but strategic investment. So this particular strategic investment comes under the purchase of capital investment in such a manner that or it will be purchase of shares in the market for the different companies. Okay, so that will comes under the strategic investment. Okay, so it will strengthen the market power for that particular company. How? One can say that the the price of rupees always fluctuating. The price of rupees always fluctuating. So for that purpose, to have a proper market power in a worldwide, uh, the different nations purchase the dollars, okay, or different currencies, okay, different currencies. So that will be the strategy to be sustained in the market or to strengthen the economy for the nation. Okay, so it is related to the particular nation also. Okay, so the India always purchasing the dollars. Okay, so that the cost of the rupees or fluctuation of cost of rupees in a form of a dollar will be accommodated or it will be reduced. For that purpose, India always purchasing the different currencies of a different country. So that will be the strategy of strategy for the nation. So in the same manner, there are different strategies for the companies. So purchase of one can say that the land, purchase of another firm, purchase of another sector. So that will comes under the investment decision. Or any other company, if you want to say that the company which is working in a real estate. Okay, so one have opened the real estate or brokerage industry and they want to switch over the purchase of lands. Okay, so they own their the customer land and they want to sell that particular land. So that will be the different stream for that particular company. Okay, then some of the companies want to establish the hotels and malls. Okay, so that is the real firm for the company and uh, they want to enter in a one can say that um, uh, selling one can say that the selling of flats. Okay, so that will be the another type of a investment. So that will be the strategy uh, for that particular company to enter in a new sector. So that will comes under the strategic investment. So in this case, the firm makes investment decision in order to strengthen its market power. The return on such an investment will not be immediate. Okay, so immediately will not get the returns. It will require some time to occupy the market shares related to that particular decision or that particular new stream. Okay, and once the proper market share will be occupied uh, by the industry, then the profit will start. Okay, so return on such an investment will not be immediate. Okay, then modernization of investment. So we know that there are different phases of the industries. One can say that industry 0, then industry 1.0, then industry 2.0 to 3.0, and we are entering in a 4.0 now. So during that particular phases, the technologies are also goes on changing. Okay, we have seen that the technologies are continuously changing, and to accommodate this particular technology in the industries, they want to invest in that particular technologies. Okay, and uh, this particular investment will be comes under the modernization investment. This particular investment will comes under the modernization of investment. So in this case, the firm decide to adapt the new and better technology in place of the old one for the sake of cost reduction. It is also known as capital depending process. It is also depend on the capital depending process. Because of what? Because we are changing the capital, that is nothing but machinery or the capital assets in the industry, and we are changing that particular capital asset, and we are increasing the profit by reducing the cost of a production, so it is known as the capital depending process. Getting everyone? So is there any question? Bitcoins comes which category? Okay, purchase of a Bitcoin. It's a personal matter. Okay, actually, the companies never purchase Bitcoins, or they never invest in a Bitcoins. So the common people always investing in this particular Bitcoin sector. Okay, so if the company want to invest in the Bitcoin sector, or we can say that Bitcoin currency, so that then it will be a different stream for that particular company if it is not working in that particular sector, Bitcoin sector, or uh, one can say that it is a imaginary money or blockchain money. I don't know the proper name for that Bitcoin. Okay, so if they are working in a automobile sector and want to invest in the Bitcoin, then it will be the strategic investment. Okay, and they are working in a financial sector. Okay, and they want to run this particular business through that Bitcoin Bitcoin currency. Okay, through that particular Bitcoin currency. Initially, they are running the business in, if you consider they are running the business in form of rupees or in form of dollars, and they want to run this particular business in the form of a in the form of a Bitcoins, then that will be the modernization investment. Okay, getting my point? So it will change according to the firm. Okay, so if you want to enter, you are running one business in one sector and you want to change the stream of business. Okay, then that will be the strategic investment. Okay, and you are running the business in that sector only and just want to uh, modernize the type of the investment, or we can say that type of a business, then that will be modernization investment. Getting Danan my point? Whether everybody getting these categories of investment: inventory investment, strategic investment, and modernization investment. Okay, just note down some of the points related to this particular categories of investment decision. And if you have any question, you can ask. Whether everybody getting this point: inventory investment, strategic investment, and modernization investment. Now we have always, if you are on a one can say that Facebook or Instagram or on a LinkedIn. So one news you can always see on this particular platform, that the Facebook want to invest in, or Facebook has invested 10,000 crores in Geo. I don't know real figure, but or it has captured 10% of shares in Geo, and now the capital investment of Geo is 5 lakh crore rupees. Okay, so that investment, one can say that that will be the strategic decision. For the Facebook. Then we have seen the news of that the Arab countries have invested in Geo platform. Then we have seen the news that the Google has investment this much amount on the Geo. So that will be nothing but what? The strategic investment. Okay, so that will strengthen the market power of that particular company. So म्हणजे काय आपण मराठीत म्हणू शकतो की एक स्किल आहे की सूंघ लेना की क्या होगा फ्युचर में. ओके, हिंदीत बनू शकतो, मराठीत नाही. सूंघ लेना की क्या होगा फ्युचर में. ओके, अँड अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट the investment is done in that particular field or in that particular sector. That will be the strategic investment. That will be the strategic investment for that particular firm. Okay, so now you can see this particular geo capturing the market share uh, in in India in telecommunication field, and this particular firm is having more growth in future, uh, and they want to expand their capital investment. They want to expand their capital investment, so that they asked or they visited different countries, and they have shared their presentation to different firms, and they called for the investment. And from the market, Google's the companies like Google's, companies like Facebook are interested to invest in this particular sector of telecommunication. Investment want to invest in this particular sector, and due to that they have invested, and they desire some profit in this from this particular investment in the nearest future. So that will be the strategic investment decision. Okay, that will be the strategic investment decision. Getting everyone? Please mention in the chat box. Okay. Okay. So have you noted this particular points? Invent, Inventory investment, strategic investment, expenditure, then modernization investment. Okay. So shall we move ahead? Then the next fourth one category is nothing but what? Expansion investment or a new business. Okay. So in this case, the firm decide to start new business or diversify into new lines of a production for which a new set of machines are to be purchased. Okay. So new business, the company want to start the new business in a established business only, then need to purchase the new machineries, and need to purchase the land to produce this particular new products related to that new business. So this particular investment will comes under the expansion investment. Will comes under the expansion investment. Then replacement investment. So some of the machineries or some of the assets of a companies are older than the present scenario. Okay, and we can say that they are worm out. Some of the machineries are worm out, and we are not getting, or the companies are not getting the proper efficiency from that particular machineries or from that particular asset. Then company want to replace that particular asset. So such an investment will come under the replacement investment. So worm out and obsolete assets by new ones. Okay, so replacing such an old asset or worm out asset by new assets or by new machineries or uh, uh, new things, that is nothing but what? Replacement investment. Then expansion investment. So expansion required, we know that uh, if the demand is more in the market, okay, for the product, and the continuous growth trend is there for the industry, and the present capacity is not fulfilling that particular demand. So in that case, one can expand their expand their particular capacity. So that will be related to the expansion investment. That is related to the expansion investment. So in this case, the firm decide to expand the productive capacity for existing products, and thus grows further in a unidirection. This type of investment is also called as a capital widening. Capital widening. Okay, getting everyone? Sir, Pratikesh is asking, sir, it's same like a share market. Yeah, one can apply these particular things for the share markets also. Okay. I'm not getting Pratikesh. Uh, I'm saying that what I understood from your question, that in the share market it is the same situation. Yes, the investment is for anything. It is for share market. It is for automobile sector. It is for finance sector, or it is for real estate sector also. So investment is investment. Okay, so it is applicable for every sector. Okay, so if you say that it is for the share market, so this particular points, that is strategic investment, then the expansion, then expansion investment on a new business. So these particular points will also applicable for the share markets also. I think, Pratikesh, whether you are getting my answer? Okay, okay, okay. Getting everyone? So please note down these particular points: expansion investment on new business, replacement investment, and expansion investment. Okay, only the expansion investment. So expansion investment on new business, that is nothing but what? The company want to start or diversify their new business. Okay, and the expansion investment is nothing but what? In a same product, the company want to expand the capacity of a production. Okay, company want to expand the capacity of a production, that is nothing but only expansion investment. Getting? A replacement investment is nothing but what? Company want to replace the old machinery, old technology by new machineries. Okay, by new machineries, that is nothing but what? The replacement investment. Just want to know that whether you are using the study material of our subject, POM subject. Professor Digvijay Ronge sir has shared one link to everyone. Okay, I think name of the link is be same one study material. Okay, so we are always posting the lecture, video lectures, whatever we have covered, that we have recorded that particular link of the lecture we have shared on that particular the study material link, and also we have posting the assignments, the MCQ questions, then the class notes on that particular link also. Okay, so if you go through that particular link, then you will find out all the study materials of all the subjects. Okay, please go through that particular links, and if you found any problem to open the data, then please reach to that particular staff. So Pradyuman, I think Pradyuman having
Yes,
some
sir.
problem related to uh, the data. So Pradyuman,
Unable to access the class notes, sir.
yeah,
Unable to access the class notes.
which class notes? POM subject.
Yes, sir. Every subject. It is not
Please
opening.
for the POM subject, because I have given access to everyone.
I have checked, sir. It's not opening. So I have asked other friends to check. They also have same problem.
Okay,
So it is that link provided is secured. Make it public from the Google Drive or where it is stored that notes.
okay, okay.
So
Whatever the links
it is
provided,
private link.
or the main link is secured.
No, sir, links are provided. Means different topics links.
No, no, no.
Uh,
I have made it public. Anyone can see. During the sharing time, I have taken the same concern that I have made it public, or anyone can see, and then I have shared. Then also how
okay, sir, we will check again and
once check, and please let me know what is the problem. And if it is the problem of main link, whatever the main link share, then we'll check accordingly. Okay, and we will modify this.
no, sir, main link is no problem. That Excel sheet is open.
Visible to everyone.
Yes, sir, it can open and visible to everyone.
Okay, I will open that particular. Okay, here I have mentioned some of the points. By using college mail ID, also it is not visible.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
Hmm.
Huh?
When you checked 2-3 days before that time, it is not opening.
It's visible. What I have done, I will show you the drive. I have uploaded this particular content in drive, and okay, in one folder. Okay, let us see this. So get a shareable link. Okay, now check. So you can see the privacy. Anyone with the link.
Yes, sir.
So is there another privacy for the links? Because I have checked this. There are three privacy: restricted, College of Engineering, Sweri Pandharpur, and anyone with this link. So I have made this anyone with the link, with all the links. Okay, and then I have copied this particular link, and then I have pasted over here. So what is the problem related? I don't. So we will solve this particular problem. Please check once again whether you are getting the same problem for the POM lectures also, or POM material also. Then just write to me on WhatsApp. I will check. Okay. I will search something related to this, why it is happening, and try to solve the problem. Okay. So meanwhile, attendance please. Roll number 1,
Yes, sir.
2, 2
Yes,
absent.
sir.
Okay. 3,
Yes, sir.
4,
Present, sir.
5,
Present, sir.
6,
Present, sir.
7,
Yes, sir.
8, 8
Yes,
absent.
sir.
9. Who is 8?
Present, sir.
Okay, Shubham.
8.
Okay. 9, 9 absent. 10,
Yes, sir.
10. 11, 11 absent. 12, 13, 14.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ah,
sir.
Suraj, what is your
Yes, sir.
roll number, Suraj?
14.
Hmm?
14.
14. Okay. Dinesh, what is your roll number?
13.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll number 15, absent. 16, 17,
Yes, sir.
Yogeshwar. 17, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 18,
Yes, sir.
18 present. 19, 20,
Yes,
Yes,
Pawan
sir.
Singh, 19 roll number. 20,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Shubham, I think this is your first lecture. Try to attend the lecture, Shubham. Your attendance will be hamper on your marks and your term work also. Okay?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
21?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
21. 22? Shubham, please mute yourself. 22? Absent? 23? 24?
Present, sir.
Ruturaj, 24. 25? 25 absent? 26?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 26. 27? 28, 29, 30,
Yes, sir.
30 Abhishek. Okay. 31,
Present, sir. 31.
Chaitanya. 31. Okay. 32, 33, 34,
Present, sir.
Aftab 34. Okay. 35,
Present, sir.
Shahi 35. 36, 37,
37, yes, sir.
Amol 37. 38,
Yes, sir.
Pranil 38. 39, 40,
Yes, sir.
Rohan. 41,
Yes, sir. Present.
Yogesh 41. 42, 43, 44,
Present, sir. 43 present, sir.
Pratikesh 43. Okay. 44, 45, 46,
Yes, sir.
Diamond 46, 47, 48, 49,
Yes, sir.
Vaibhav 49, 50,
Yes, sir.
Sanket 50, 51, 51 absent, 52, 52 absent, 53,
Yes, sir.
absent 53. Okay. 54,
Yes, sir.
Pradeep 54, 55, 56,
Yes, sir.
Azam 56, 57,
Sir,
50,
51, sir.
51, 51 निष्कलन कुठे गेलता रे निष्कलन
इथं लक्षात नव्हतं.
लक्षात अरे चालू आहे एवढं लक्षात कसं नसतं 57
57.
57 प्रेझेंट
Present. Present.
ओके 58 absent 59 60
59.
Yes, sir.
we got 59 okay okay 60 Girish okay
Yes, sir.
60 mark Girish no problem 61
61 present, sir.
okay Mahesh 62 63
Present, sir.
Anna 63 okay 64
Present, sir. 64.
okay 65
Yes, sir.
Swapnil
Yes, sir.
65
Yes, sir.
okay 66 67 68
Yes, sir.
Sanket 68 okay 69 70
Yes, sir. 70.
Pradyuman 70 71
Present.
72 73
Present, sir.
okay 73
73.
74 74 75
Yes, sir.
75 present okay 76 77 78 79 80 81 82
80, sir. 80.
80 present okay 81 82 okay here present A57 57 marked present no problem 10 roll number marked present no problem 21 Onkar marked present no problem Shivtej marked no problem Is there anyone whose present is not marked or missed? Okay, if 59 mark, no problem. You just okay. We'll stop here.